Hey folks, and welcome to part 11 of my no killing challenge. This is attempt 5, level 104, and we're getting ready for the home stretch. Legion is up next, so let's get started. Legion, just like BFA after it, are stuck behind a scenario. The ability to skip this is a count-wide perk, just like flying and Pathfinder. I gave my reasons for using these last times, but to sum it up, this challenge isn't about the end result, it's about the journey. I mean, I could stay in Jade Forest and mine until 120, but we're going to skip this scenario so we can get to the Broken Isles. Before that though, we get to prepare for the scenario before just skipping it and heading straight to the Broken Isles. Get straight to Archaeology Shop here so we can skill up and access the dig sites. After that, we're interrupted by our class to start the quest chain that will take us to the Green Grove. Now, once we actually open up the way to the Dreamway, we can't finish the final trip because it requires killing. And that's not what we do, so we Hearthstone, using our new Dalaran Hearthstone, to get back to Legion content. First up, it's Zuna, and it's not great. Treasures in Legions don't always give experience, in fact most of the time they don't, so we're pretty limited to just quests, mining and archaeology here. This fortnight Zuna is the archaeology zone, which means we have quite a few dig sites. To save on grinding dig sites, we only do those that we're travelling next to anyway, but eventually the dig sites become match level zones anyway. Quest wise, we help out Ted and Marius, we sign their contract and then instantly renegade on it, rescue some dudes from the Naga, explore a sunken ship, set up some demon wards, and, well, actually that's about it. Azuna's not really that great. We only get to level 105, and that's mainly because it takes so much experience now to gain a level. Val'sharah is up next. Starting in the south, things are already better, because we start by rescuing dryads and also exploring some caves. Then we get to start with the main questline proper. We meet up with Malfurion and start off on the usual quests, where we get trinkets. We're not going to use that. We get sent to visit the Archdruids, but first up we become a wisp. At our first Archdruid though, we get to encounter a bonus objective area. Now, we had these in Zuna, but neither of those areas could actually be completed only by clicking items. Val'sharah is different, and this Harpy area we can release druids and burn nests. Next up is the Furbolg, and while we don't do what we're asked and kill them, we do destroy the totem corrupting them, which should mean we don't need to kill them anyway, but apparently the druids are insistent the Furbolg have to go. Next up are the Fairy Dragons, where we have a quest to free them, along with a bonus objective area. These sprites though are a real pain. Aggroing 2 of them basically means we need to drop combat, and aggroing 1 in the air, well they pretty much chase you in the air forever. I don't have the patience for the bonus objective area, but we do free enough dragons for the quest, and then head to the last Archdruid. Now, like the rest of them, we refuse his offer to murder, but bonus objective area, that we can do. And we head to our next stop, Furbolg, as we gather fruits and save their homes. Apparently these ones don't need killing. At our last quest stop are the Gilneans in Bradensbrook. Here we look for the mayor's daughter, and of course, their dog. But we also stop by Granny's and get some fruit for her, and help her in killing flying deathbirds. As long as she handles the killing, which she does pretty well. Last stop in Val'sharah is a nightmare-infested bonus area, and it's level 106 to finish off. It's not been a bad zone, and that means it's time for High Mountain. As per usual, the story quests finish pretty quickly. In fact, this is one of the quickest ones we've got. But in this area, we still get to rescue Muzi, which is going to be useful, because later on, we're going to escort Muzi's grandmother back to her. It's a long trek, but we'll still do it. Also in the area, after all these expansions, Hemet Nessenway finally has a quest that we can complete. Telling hunters to go away, which we do. We also find some hidden quests in each of the 2 tunnels that pass under the main mountain, something you don't often go through anymore without flying, but there are a few here. Also, we have 2 bonus objective areas with the Harpies, before we head to the north coast and meet up with Murky. We haven't had many quests with Murlocs before. Are Murlocs violent? Slightly, but Murky is up for diplomacy as well, and eating seaweed. We have the last bonus objective area in High Mountain here, so we're in the zone at 108. Next up is Stormheim, and we start off by picking up a quest to send us to Dalaran. That means no main storyline, but that's fine. We start off with a bonus objective area to clear out some storm drakes. Throwing stones at the well seems to kill them, but maybe they're just knocked out because we don't get any credit for it. The meeting with the Raven Bear is next, and that's it for this half. The eastern half is where we go now. We meet up with Sir Finley Murgleton. For this explorer we pick up crates and, well, more treasure. Last up are more Murlocs, another bonus objective area with just enough items to collect that we need, as well as burning some dead bodies of Vrykul. That's not quite enough experience, but we do have a few quests to hand in Dalaran, so we pop back there, turn in quests like the mining quest, and also a chest that we got from a sunken ship, and we're still unfortunately short a couple of bars, but it's nothing another archaeological dig site won't do. That'll get us to 110, so we can begin the endgame of Legion, which means we got a few things to kick off our list. First thing, let's just to Thalystra, but we don't bother going to find her. Instead, we're going to skip the scenario to the Broken Shore, pick up Anduin's memento, discover the place, and then we're going to head up north to Javi and pour him some grog, but not help him with his troubles. This also happens to remind me there's another quest chain here with the Valdir that I didn't talk about when we were talking about Stormheim, so yeah, there's another one here. After that, it's back to Stormwind, so we can have one last stop in Legion, and that is Argus itself. We actually get a couple of quests here, including Healing Broken and Destroying Cannons, and with that, we're done with Legion, but we're still at 110. But with Legion done, it means it's BFA time, and we start with BFA, getting the heart of Azeroth, and then we skip the opening scenario to head to Borealis. After all the introductions are done, it's time to start gaining experience proper, and we have a few methods here. Besides mining and archaeology, BFA style of quests means we have quite a lot of side quests to complete. Treasures are back to giving experience, at least most of the time, and like Legion we have a few bonus objective areas we can complete. Using our dig sites as a guide, we start off in southern Tiragard Sound. There we can start the main storyline by saving orphans and equipment, and then it's just working through the hubs. We help out the Gnomish Resort, survey Mechagon, rearm some bear traps, help out the castaways, check in with the mines, and finally help out the loyal Proudmoore guards. Combined with dig sites, treasures and mining, we're up to 111 and we head to the other half, where we immediately free some lumberjacks who start killing and randomly giving us credit. Why? I have no idea. I tested this on another character. No kills on that character. So close, but we lost it at the final hurdle. BFA will be tough though. It's populated, which means it's easy to kill by accident. For example, on my test character, I routed some mobs to do a quest objective area and someone else killed them, and because I performed a route on them, they got credit. So what's next? Well, rather than keep making weekly updates, I'm going to do attempt number 6, and then whenever that attempt succeeds, or whatever attempt I'm on, I'll make a mass overview channel of the entire experience and progress. On top of that, I'm timing the raw footage, so I'm going to upload the entire footage, that's 30 plus hours, once I succeed. That might take a bit of time though, so next week we're going to start looking at a new challenge. We're going to work our way up through the Mythic Plus rankings, using the worst performing specs in the game. Introduction for that will be soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and I hope you look forward to this challenge becoming completed eventually.